What's up, guys? I'm Isaac, and today we are in Sarasota, Florida, talking with Matt, the owner of Element Off-Road LED Lighting, and we're going to chat a little bit about the basics of what you should consider before you buy a set of off-road lighting pods. We're going to kick it off with talking a bit about color. Matt, what are some of the color options out there? What should someone consider?
Yeah, for sure. As you can see on the Bronco behind us, we got two different colors. We have white and we have amber. Amber is great for cutting through the dust. You know, when you're out at King of the Hammers and you need to get some light output through the dust, there's a great option for you. White is going to definitely be a more powerful light. It's going to, it's great for every application, but it does kind of affect your visibility a little bit in those super dusty situations. So, yeah.
You know, I don't have a ton of experience like driving through dust, but I feel like I have noticed just with my own truck, like cutting through like fog, like in the early mornings, like in Colorado, or even like the snow, I always tend to switch the ambers on versus the whites, because sometimes the whites, they just reflect in like the fog and snow.
Exactly, yeah.
So is that like something that's like, is that okay? You know, if someone's driving through like a lot of fog, it's like they're gonna want to go amber?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely one of those situations where it's great to have both colors on your vehicle, and then depending on the exact situation you're in at the time, you can either switch on amber or you can switch on the white lights.
Sure, you have the option.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so we've considered amber versus white. What would be the second thing someone should consider when looking for a set of pods?
Yeah, I think the next big thing is definitely going to be the style of light that you want to go with. So, like I see on the Bronco, we got a lot of round lights. I think it ties in great with the, kind of the headlights and the front end of the Bronco.
For sure.
But there is a lot of other options on the market. You know, like these Baja Design S2s are kind of a rectangular style light. They're pretty, small. They're great for tight applications, in the wing of a bumper or on a rear bumper. We also have like a more common size, like this Black Oak LED cube light. It's like kind of the original
cube
the
standard.
that you see everywhere. But this is still a very common size and shape, and it goes well in just about any application. So.
I also have a couple down here. So you've got like this one.
Yeah, the Element light.
The Element, like rectangular light. I see you've also got these up on the ditch light brackets up there.
Exactly, yeah.
So these would be like a little bit bigger version of the Bajas.
Yeah, you can kind of get a good comparison of the different sizes, but everyone has a specific style they like, and whether it be square or round, it's not really going to change the light output per se of the light, but it's going to allow you to customize your vehicle and make it look at how you want.
So when considering, just say someone buys a new front bumper for their Bronco or their 4Runner or what have you, what steps do you go through to decide, like, sure, you might like the look of a round pod, but maybe your front bumper, maybe a square or a smaller square rectangle pod looks better. Like, what should someone look into before just like buying a set of round pods?
For sure, yeah. So I think step one would definitely be reaching out to the bumper manufacturer per se. A lot of bumpers nowadays are already designed specifically for a set of lights. Whether it be a rigid light or a Baja Design light. For example, the rear bumper on our Bronco, we have Element flush lights in it, and the cutouts for it are specific to that light.
Sure, so none of these would necessarily fit. You'd want to get specific Element flush lights.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Whereas, on this front bumper, our True North Fabrications Bronco front bumper, we already have tabs in the wings for 3 lights, and it's kind of like a universal tab. So whether you wanted to run circle lights or if you wanted to throw in some round, some rectangular or square lights, you'd be able to do that as long as you had the height.
And you could even do like a small rectangle and then like 2 bigger ones or something like that, or the other way around.
Yeah, exactly.
Fill in this small spot and then cool. So there's essentially lots of options there. It really comes down to like what they prefer.
Yeah, what
fits.
Yep, exactly. What fits and what the customer prefers in the end.
Cool.
So,
Sweet. The lighting pattern is one of the most important things to choose. So what are some options out there?
Yeah, so there's 3 main options for light pattern. So we have kind of like a spot pattern, which is in the center of these big overland lights. So that's going to give you a really far throw down the road. It's great for guys doing high-speed stuff. You want to be able to get that light way out in front of you, and you don't want to feel like you're catching up to it.
Sure.
So that spot is going to give you that. Following that, you kind of have what they call like a flood pattern. So that's going to give you a really wide pattern of light output. It's great for camping and going down trails with buddies and stuff, where you're going to have a great throw around corners. You can see what's coming. It's not going to throw as far as that spotlight is going to. And then finally, which has been more common recently, especially on like these Baja Design lights and these Black Oak lights, is a combo pattern. So it ties in the spot throw of being really far, and also giving you the combo pattern as the flood, which allows you to, you know, have a little wider light output. So
what would you say the most like common application is for someone that just installed a front bumper? Yeah. Are they going to want to run a combo, a spot, a flood?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously best case scenario is you have room, you can run everything. So then, you know, in those high-speed applications or going down dirt roads fast, you'll be able to throw those spotlights on and get far throw. You know, and then when you're doing, you know, some slow rock crawling and stuff like that with friends, you can turn on the flood pattern and you get that wide throw.
Sure, so, you basically have the option play.
Exactly, yeah. So on this Bronco here, like I said, we got spots up top of the bumper that gives me my far throw, and then on the sides we got some more of a flood pattern that helps kind of spread out that light.
So what about for like camping? Like either a rear bumper or a roof rack? What would someone want to go with if they want some camp lights?
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a flood pattern. So you don't need it to shine super far. You just want a wide angle of light output. So especially on like the rear of this Bronco, we have some flood pattern reverse lights. So when you're backing up, you can flip those on and you're going to be able to see everything behind you.
I feel like when I first like outfitted my front bumper on my first truck, that was like the biggest thing I struggled with. I was like, I don't know what, should I be running flood? Should I be running spot? Should I get both? And I think I ended up running flood on everything. Mm-hmm. And like the fogs, I wanted more direction. I didn't get them. So, you know, learning over time, but yeah, it's all like, really basic yet like really good things that
exactly.
someone should consider.
In the end, you know, it's definitely up to the customer, but I would try and combine, you know, all the patterns together and be able to set up your vehicle for success off-roading.
Sweet. Well, thanks so much, Matt. In the next video, we're going to get a bit more technical, so stay tuned and we'll catch you next time.